Thanks for checking out this video. You could be listening to any idiot on the internet with a mic in front of them, but you chose to listen to us, and we appreciate that.
We're sending you a virtual hug. If you have any trade questions or start-sit questions, leave a comment. Justin or myself will definitely respond, or maybe even both of us will respond.
If you like the video, drop us a like, comment, sub. You know the drill.
Welcome to A Tribe Called Fantasy with your hosts, Greg and Justin.
Check the description for players that just didn't make the list this week, and leave us a comment if we forgot anyone on the list.
Starting off the list, we have James White taking on the Bills. Probably the most disappointing performance of the season so far. A solid 1 catch for 3 yards on 19% snap count. Real rough. He definitely got outplayed by pretty much everybody on the team. The only reason we're putting him here is because of his prior week where he had 8 catches for 65 yards on 9 targets, which is just absurd. But playing this roulette that the Patriots have at running back is just, it's a bad time.
At 35, we have Zack Moss. The Bills' backfield is just atrocious. There's not really a player that you want more over the other in Zack Moss or Devin Singletary, but Zack Moss is definitely getting a little bit lighter of a workload than Devin Singletary. And has been a little bit more productive. Last week had 7 carries for 47 yards. That was against the New York Jets defense. He also had a couple catches. But yeah, the Bills' running game has just been really lacking, and it's kind of hurt them the past couple of weeks offensively. But they're taking on the New England Patriots this upcoming week, kind of middle of the road run defense.
Kind of middle of the road everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well put. I don't know. Zack Moss is kind of an average play. Hopefully you're not in a position to play Zack Moss.
And coming up next at 34, probably everybody's number 1 running back on the waiver, at least projection-wise, JaMycal Hasty. And he's got quite the do.
Oh, yeah.
You seeing this?
That looks nice, man.
He's got a flower growing out of the top of his head. I don't know why you would keep your dreads like that, but...
To keep them so that the sun hits your neck, so you can tan. Get your neck tan.
You know what? That's probably right. I'm going to ask him about it next week.
JaMycal Hasty going to be our first guest on the show.
Yeah, he's in my DMs. I'll hit him up. He had 9 carries for 57 yards. He had 9 carries actually in back-to-back weeks. Had a catch last week, too, for 16 yards. He looked pretty good. He came in after Mostert went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
I think it was a pretty significant injury, too.
I do believe he's back on IR.
Didn't Mostert, break his arm once and, it popped out? There was bone showing?
Oh, I don't know.
Am I making that up?
You could be.
I feel like it happened. He definitely broke his arm at one point, I'm pretty sure.
Jeez.
I could be thinking of a different player. No, Jeff Wilson Jr. got hurt.
Yeah,
Raheem Mostert has been hurt.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah. Jeff Wilson Jr. hurt.
Had an insane game.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Popped off.
Classic 49ers running back.
Yeah.
Jerick McKinnon is actually going to be the guy this week, though. Kyle Shanahan said that they were just giving him a rest because he needed it, apparently, because they don't want him to get hurt, too.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's been hurt his entire career. But, yeah, that's why they didn't play him much, and they threw in JaMycal Hasty. I think they'll kind of sprinkle him in here and there. He'll probably get about 10 touches. I would assume 9 carries is probably going to be a safe bet again. But I'm not expecting the 12.9 projection that ESPN is saying. I think that's a little overzealous.
Something to note, too, Tevin Coleman could potentially be coming off of IR this week and able to suit up Sunday. That's still up in the air. If that were to happen, I think JaMycal Hasty may fall off the list, and we would probably make some adjustments to it, including Tevin Coleman. But as of time of recording, there is just no way we could project whether Tevin Coleman would suit up or not. We know JaMycal Hasty will definitely see the field. I think even regardless if Tevin Coleman is there.
If anything, I think Tevin Coleman would just replace JaMycal Hasty. I'm not expecting a huge game for the second running back.
And we would probably be wrong.
Probably.
I would say.
It's probably the third running back, whoever that is. He's going to go crazy. Kyle Juszczyk, big game this week, boys.
Yeah. Scoop him up.
Go pick up Kyle Juszczyk, 10 catches.
At 33, we have Adrian Peterson taking on the Colts. Colts coming off of a bye week. Kind of a tough matchup. But Adrian Peterson seeing double-digit touches every single week. Definitely a disappointing week against the pretty soft Atlanta defense. 11 carries for 29 yards, had a reception. But this is definitely a team that wants to run first. And Adrian Peterson is seeing some work. And, I mean, he is, looking so young out there, just like the old AP.
Yeah, very spry. Is this the old AP?
I think we're
the young
seeing the
AP
comeback.
old AP?
Yeah. No, please don't take that as serious. He looks a bit old, you can tell, but he's going to see some work.
Yeah, he's not the running back number one like he used to be, but he's definitely making some plays out there. Coming up next, at number 32, we have Malcolm Brown. They are taking on the Tua Tagovailoa-led Dolphins.
It's kind of sad.
We are huge Ryan Fitzpatrick's fans. Hopefully he doesn't go to the Cowboys because I don't have to root for them. But any other team, I'm fine. He can go back to the Jets.
I don't even know if there's speculation of him going to the Cowboys. A separate conversation we had prior to the show is that I would love to see Fitzpatrick go to the Cowboys. They desperately need a quarterback. I feel like it would be perfect. He lost his starting job. He would by far be the best candidate to take on that starting role.
Yeah,
Fitzpatrick with those weapons would be absolutely ridiculous.
They paid Andy Dalton too much. They're going to ride with whatever bum-ass quarterback they got. But anyways, back to the Rams. Malcolm Brown, he is the second running back confirmed. Cam Akers has not been doing much. Darrell Henderson's still the guy. He's got the lead back role. But he did get a little bit banged up. So something to look out for. If he does not play, which, I mean, it's looking like he's going to. But Malcolm Brown would definitely be moved up the list. But even if he doesn't, he has some value. He snuck in a touchdown last week. He might be able to do the same. Sucks to be a Rams running back.
Or it's good.
Or
you're not taking a huge ass beating.
It
sucks
true.
For fantasy football. At 31, we have Phillip Lindsay, who took on a concussion against the Kansas City Chiefs last week. He should still suit up. We have not been able to see a full game with him and Melvin Gordon. It's driving me crazy because I don't know how to project either of these players. I mean, we definitely lean towards Melvin Gordon just being the lead running back. But Phillip Lindsay had 9 carries, 79 yards last game. Didn't get a chance to get involved in the pass game, but concussion probably was a huge factor of that. Definitely a talented player, has some great opportunity against a Chargers defense that'll let up some points. It's just a matter of if he can stay healthy. If he doesn't come in, Royce Freeman should be a pretty fine flex play to sub in for Phillip Lindsay if you can pull it off.
Yeah, I would say they're going to have a pretty similar game if Phillip Lindsay doesn't play. At number 30, we have Latavius Murray. They're taking on the Bears. Pretty tough matchup. Somehow every week, though, the Saints manage to run that two-headed running back monster. One head is obviously a bit bigger.
Way cooler.
And that's Latavius Murray, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, dripping swag. But he's a solid desperation flex. You never know when he's going to get a touchdown. He's averaging about 10 carries per game. Not really utilized in the passing role, has about 1 catch per game, but can produce. You're definitely holding on to him if you're the Kamara owner because you need that handcuff. Not very many handcuffs in the league this year, but that's the one you got to have. And if a desperation play, you make it happen.
I could see happening. There's a lot of bye weeks this week, so I could see having to play him. At 29, we have DeeJay Dallas.
DJ?
We don't know anything stat-wise. He might as well be non-existent. But we do know that someone has to run the football on Seattle. I do remember hearing a quote that Pete Carroll was disappointed in his pass blocking. So they were saying they will get creative with how they manage their run game, which is why DeeJay Dallas is lower on our list. Maybe they're a bit skeptical to get him involved because of those reasons. Maybe they just decide to pass the whole game because Lord knows they could do that if they wanted to. Carlos Hyde is questionable on if he'll play, has an injured hamstring.
It's tight.
Very tight.
It's tight.
Yep. So if Carlos Hyde is not playing, I could definitely see taking a bit of a risky play on DeeJay Dallas because I mean they have to have at least someone running the ball.
Yeah, he's a 4th-round rookie from Miami. Went to a high school down in Georgia.
Wow.
That's our city. That's our town.
Did they say what?
Glenn Academy from Brunswick, Georgia. That sounds like
Wow.
some deep South Hick shit.
That really does.
We're from the city.
Yeah.
Civilized folk.
Yeah. Macon, you may have heard of it.
Macon?
Yeah. in case they want to track us down.
Oh, you're right.
You got to throw them off the scent. Are we from Macon?
Is Macon? I don't even know where Macon is.
Macon is like deep South, baby.
Nice. Yeah, we're from Macon.
Yeah, we are really definitely from Macon.
Yep. Home
the original home of the Hush Puppy.
Check that IP address. Macon, baby.
Yeah.
Coming up next, though, at number 28, we have JaMycal Perine. He is taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. For all of those who don't know who JaMycal Perine is, welcome to our lives. Actually, just kidding. He's been stepping up. He's a rookie, and he is overtaking Frank Gore, which needed to happen. Somebody had to do it.
Someone just put Frank Gore down.
He played 70% of snaps this week. He had a good bit of work last week. I think last 2 weeks are the only week he's actually seen action. Adam Gase said he's going to get him more involved this past week, and he definitely did. Can you trust a single player on the Jets that's not named Jamison Crowder? Obviously not.
Yep.
But if you need some PPR work, I think you can trust JaMycal Perine. If you're in a standard league, don't touch this guy.
Well said. At 27, we have Wayne Gallman. Let's put a slash Devonta Freeman. I think either way, whoever plays will kind of take on the lead back role. Last week, Wayne Gallman subbed in for Devonta Freeman, who injured his ankle?
Yes.
And Wayne Gallman ended up with 10 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. So not incredibly productive, but also had 5 receptions for 20 yards. That was not a fun game to watch, unless I guess you were an Eagles fan, I suppose. Tough matchup against a pretty stout Bucs defense. So a bit of a risky play, but he's probably on your waivers. So if you're desperate, you could probably scoop up Gallman. You'll definitely want to keep an eye on if Devonta Freeman will show up or not. Just as of now, there's not really any information on if he's going to play or not.
Nope. Coming up next at number 26, we have Devin Singletary taking on the New England Patriots. We talked about just this running attack a little bit when we talked about Zack Moss, but it's rough. You don't really want to start either of these guys, but I think Devin Singletary does have upside. He has had weeks where he's had 18 carries, 13 carries, and done solid. But this last week, it was real rough with Zack Moss back in the mix. I think they're just going to kind of run whoever does the best, and maybe Devin Singletary can pop off a few big ones, maybe make a touchdown. The upside is there. Do you trust him? No. If he doesn't perform this week, you're out.
Yeah.
You got to be. You can't keep starting him. He's fucking you every week.
You probably already out. Yeah. I would think you benched him last week, unless you had literally no better options.
You have a bye this week for sure if you're starting Devin Singletary.
Yeah. At 25, Joshua Kelly. Last week, 12 carries, 29 yards, 5 receptions for 24 yards. That Jags versus Chargers game ended up being the shootout we thought it was going to be. So
yeah, no big deal.
Just got to, pat ourselves on the back for that prediction.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn.
We're so smart.
We're smart as fuck. Joshua Kelly.
It's a great game, though.
Yeah. I saw bits and pieces of it.
It's a great game.
Justin Herbert went off. Joshua Kelly is not the running back in that backfield you want, but he saw a decent amount of work.
47% of the snaps compared to Justin Jackson's 38%.
Wow.
Justin Jackson was a little banged up, though, coming into the week.
Yep. So, I don't know. You definitely probably prefer Justin Jackson over Joshua Kelly, but maybe he sees the ball a little more. Justin Jackson just a little bit more explosive than Joshua Kelly, a little more efficient with his carries. Just a matter of if Justin Jackson is healthy, reflects on what Joshua Kelly's workload will be for the week.
Absolutely. At 24, we have DeAndre Swift taking on the Colts. This is a tough matchup. That defense is very stout. Matt Patricia did say that after DeAndre Swift's huge week against the Jacksonville Jaguars that he was going to see an uptick in usage, and he most certainly did. They didn't have the ball as much as people were thinking. That game was a lot closer than I thought it'd personally be. Those Falcons are playing for their new interim head coach and probably just their pride.
If even. Well, I feel like let's talk about Falcons a bit later. I got some stuff I want to say about them.
Hold it in, man. Hold it in.
We won't take it out on DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. I
Yeah.
think he's cemented himself.
I think they both work.
I think they did too.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say cemented.
Okay.
But I think the lead back role is his. He's going to make the best plays. He's going to do the most work. They're going to keep AP in there just to have him, just so they can mix up the offense a little bit, maybe make the play action work. But passing down wise, it's DeAndre Swift all day. Kenyon Drake, Kerryon Johnson.
Woo,
man,
good save.
Kerryon Johnson is an afterthought in everyone's mind.
Man. It just kind of the matchup is why he's at this point on the list. If the matchup were a little better, he'd probably be a little higher. But the Colts are a good defense.
Surprisingly, if only they had a good quarterback,
If only, like Fitzpatrick.
Damn.
I just want to see Fitzpatrick go somewhere. Please free the man.
Dude, could you imagine how T.Y. Hilton would be doing?
Oh,
He'd be back to wide receiver number 1 status.
So true. At 23, a little preview to where T.Y. Hilton is on the wide receiver list. Back in wide receiver 1 territory?
Oh.
I don't know. Check out the video to find out.
Damn.
At 23, we have Justin Jackson taking on the Broncos. We already alluded to Justin Jackson. 5 carries for 12 yards, 5 receptions for 43 yards. It's a bit deceitful as to what he was actually doing, the amount of carries. You alluded to the snap counts. There was a bit of injury that kind of led to the split in workload. But if he's healthy, he should be that lead back. He just can do more for the team talent-wise.
At number 22, we have Darrell Henderson Jr. taking on the Dolphins. Their run defense is pretty good, but Darrell Henderson's going to get the work. 15 carries last game, 14 the week before, 15 the week before that. He's getting steady work. He's getting good yards per carry. Seeing a little bit of work in the passing game too. Hopefully he plays. He was a little bit banged up. He left the game at some point. Am I making this up? Oh, yeah, he did leave the game.
Yeah.
Took his helmet off, but sat on the sideline. I don't know if he ever went back in. I didn't get a chance to look.
I don't think so.
But
I don't really remember anything.
ESPN's saying he's healthy, so you should be good to go. Darrell Henderson, lock him in, play him, probably in the flex. If he's your wide receiver 2 or running back 2, I feel bad for you.
Same.
If he's your running back 1,
oh, good God.
your team's probably worse than mine.
Yeah.
And mine's not looking good.
You probably have Austin Eckler get hurt and Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And you probably start DJ Chark weekly.
Woo. Tough stuff. At 21, we have Ronald Jones II. Right when I thought I could trust Ronald Jones, Bruce Arians gave me so many reasons not to. Last week against the Raiders, 13 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown that saved his day. Had a single reception. Has a pretty favorable matchup against the New York Giants. I could see the Bucs getting up in this one and then running the clock down, and I feel like they would be more inclined to use Ronald Jones than Leonard Fournette to do that. But I don't know. We would be really, really making our hairs gray picking who Bruce Arians' featured back is going to be.
Yeah, one fumble and you're just done.
Yeah.
You can go look at the bench. He only had 43% of snaps compared to Leonard Fournette's 56%. But he's still a good back. Still can carry the rock. At number 20, we have Le'Veon Bell taking on the New York Jets. You might think this is a little high, but let me read you a stat, boys.
You have a stat?
I got story time. Okay, through 3 quarters, he was even with Clyde Edwards-Helaire through 3 quarters and only trailed the rookie by 4 routes run. So very, very similar workload. This was his
first game back.
Debut.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know the offense. They're just making shit up for him. Hey, just run a little sweep route. He's like, all right.
Oh, Mike, you listen to the mic'd up?
Yeah, no.
Nice.
He texts me after.
Oh,
the game.
okay, cool.
Dude, I'm an NFL insider.
Wow, yeah, I
Greg.
forgot.
I know all these people by
It's because
first
of your
name.
leukemia.
Yeah.
They let you in.
Oh.
They made you a temporary and let's be honest, it is definitely temporary. NFL insider. Temporary because of the leukemia.
Damn.
And you're gonna die. We're looking for a new co-host.
Fuck, man. Oh, this got dark. Shout out to anybody who has cancer, man. That shit is tough.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move back along
During
to Le'Veon Bell.
even during the breast cancer awareness month too, maybe a bit of a distasteful joke to
Yeah.
make. We did it in support though.
Yes, we stare because we care.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell though.
Dig that grave a little deeper.
Le'Veon Bell coming off a very solid week 1 performance. I think he's going to build, and I think he's probably going to take that backfield for his own.
You think so?
I genuinely do. I think he's just better. He's a better running back. Clyde's a rookie.
Yeah.
Just a little rookie boy. He's great. He's great talent.
I don't know if we'll see him fully take it over, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
I misspoke when I said take over, but I think he'll have the majority.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, look for things to come for Le'Veon. This is just the scratching of the surface.
Agreed. It should be a good revenge game. I don't know if we said that already.
No.
Revenge game. I think that he's going to be kind of featured against this trash Jets defense.
Yeah, I think he's at least going to get an extra 4 carries. Just because Andy Reid's fuck these guys.
And Le'Veon's going to be running with a purpose. And when was the last time Le'Veon Bell has had a purpose to run?
Last week. But before that, a long time.
Yeah, exactly. At 19, we have Jerick McKinnon. We mentioned it earlier. He kind of got rested last week. I don't think that they have the depth to rest Jerick McKinnon this week. Seahawks defense will let some yardage up in the run game. So and they also like to get him involved in the passing game too. 49ers. So I think Jerick McKinnon will look pretty good out there this week.
I'm inclined to agree. Coming up next, at number 18, we have Leonard Fournette. He is taking on the New York Giants, so should be a very, very juicy matchup. He had 10 carries last week. Is it 10? I do believe it's 10, and saw 7 targets. And a quote from Bruce Arians, he is taking the nickel running back role, which is going to be hurry up and obvious passing down situations. Basically just jug that shit from LaShawn McCoy.
Yep.
See ya, boy. LaShawn McCoy, bench boy. Played 56% of the snaps. I think this is something to look at. I think Leonard Fournette might be establishing himself a role, maybe the lead role.
Whoa.
But because we're saying that, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it'll never happen. And they're going to flip-flop every week, and you're never going to get points.
I think it's going to be a case of feed the hot hand. Like, I don't know what other backfield we referred to as that, but
A couple of them.
yeah, there's definitely a couple of them in the NFL. I think this will be more of that. And honestly, at number 17, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I could see this being another hot hand situation between Le'Veon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Taking on New York Gents. New York. That's actually kind of
The
cool
New
name.
York Gents.
The New York Gents. The New York Jets.
They are anything but gents.
Located in New Jersey. Not even New York.
No, the New Jersey Gents.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of we know what we're going to get out of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We're still waiting to see what happens with Le'Veon Bell. If there is a change of role, it might be this game purely because of the matchup. Maybe they want to, let Le'Veon get his revenge. But as of now, Clyde Edwards-Helaire has still been very efficient. They'll involve him in the pass game. Didn't look as great this past weekend, only had like 8 carries, but did find the end zone. So it made it a viable fantasy day. With any Chiefs player, you're going to have an opportunity to get in the end zone. So, and they're playing the Jets. So you're going to get plenty of opportunities.
Oh, yes. At 16, we have Boston Scott taking on the Cowboys. A pick we were definitely wrong about. We did not think that he would be able to cement his role in that offense because he blew it in week 1.
Yep.
But this week, he came through with a vengeance. 12 carries, 46 yards. You would like to see more. Did have a nice touchdown, though. 3 catches, 46 yards, and a tutty. And boy, that touchdown was worth it. That should have been worth 10 points.
Yeah. I mean, up until that point, though, I think there's 40 seconds left when he scored that touchdown, he wasn't looking great for fantasy.
He wasn't.
So, I mean, that touchdown really saved his day and definitely inflated his numbers on the day. But, I mean, that counts.
It does count.
It counts for something. I don't think a lot of people like to read stats and disregard touchdowns, and I think there's some validity to that. But guess what? Those touchdowns give you points, bitches. So, I mean, you got to –
Who are you referring to?
I want to say on Fantasy Focus, they're like talking about taking out the touchdowns and shit. Footballers do it as well.
Okay.
But I'm just like, I mean, there are incidences where
I was talking about the bitches comment.
oh, those bitches.
Oh, those bitches?
Bitches in general.
Just bitches in
Just
general.
bitches in general. Bitches who play fantasy football.
Okay.
As far as touchdowns count, bitches, just a generic bitches to the fantasy football community, because that's what we refer to you off mic as. Bitches.
That was...
You think those bitches are going to view the video this week? That's what we'd say before every video goes up.
You're getting real aggressive with it out here.
I know, man. I've been a little out of pocket this episode. We might have to edit me out.
No,
Just
gotta keep you
made a
in now.
leukemia joke.
I'm about to cancel
Calling
you.
people bitches.
You have to kiss self-cancel,
I
bro.
know, for real. I might just be reading names the rest of the episode.
Dude, maybe you should. Maybe I should be the stat guy.
Yeah.
Boston Scott, though, taking on the Cowboys. Juicy matchup.
Very juicy.
If he is going to have a good week, it's going to be this one. And kind of reassess the situation after this, because if he sucks, Miles Sanders probably coming back anyways.
Yeah.
But
Not this week.
Not this week.
You got Boston Scott one more week.
Yep. And boy, you got a good one.
Congratulations. At 15, we have David Montgomery taking on the Saints. A bit of a tough matchup against the Saints. And David Montgomery just not super efficient, but the workload is there. So if you've played David Montgomery, like I've been forced to in one of my leagues, I shouldn't say forced to because I don't necessarily need to, but David Montgomery's he had 14 touches last week, or this week 7, 19 the week before, gets involved in the passing game. So you're getting that nice floor just because of his involvement there. Had 5 receptions for 21 yards. He's not a sexy play, but he's gonna get the job done, I would say.
I don't know. I thought he's pretty cute.
Yeah.
He's got a good frame.
Yeah. I don't know. Not a huge fan.
Tight buns.
Not my type.
Not your type.
Not my type.
Running backs. Greg's never been a fan.
Uh-uh.
He likes them long and lanky.
Yeah. I like them wide receivers.
Because he's 5'1".
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
and
only 5'1".
chunky.
So chunky.
This
Thick
boy-
isn't even thick doesn't not even do it justice. Chunky.
Can't even wrap my arms around this guy.
So wide.
Coming up next, though, we have Giovanni Bernard, who, safe to say, has the best mustache in the game right now. That thing is fucking thick.
Yeah.
This dude has a caterpillar on his
Yeah,
face.
it's good. It's really good.
Oh, my God. I think I've seen him in a couple of at-home videos that I've
Yo.
watched in the past few weeks. I don't know.
Oh,
Because,
Lord.
God damn, that thing is fucking magical.
I want to just Photoshop a cowboy hat on him.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do it. 13 carries for 37 yards, so not great, but 5 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown. It was a late touchdown, definitely inflated some stats, but damn, he looks pretty good. Joe Mixon's probably not going to play.
Actually, I heard that he might play.
Oh, God.
So I think regardless of who it is, they're going to see about the same amount of workload. So I think if Joe Mixon is to play, we might move him up a bit, but I mean, at the time, we don't know whether Joe Mixon's going to play or not. We know Giovanni Bernard's going to play, so we might make some late comment updates.
Yeah, what I read was very wishy-washy, and this is Tuesday night, so we are not in the know. You're probably here in the future, and you know more than us. We're just idiots, so ignore us, but damn.
If it ends up being Joe Mixon who plays, we would bump him up a couple spots on the list.
Yeah.
I would say. Just a more talented, but the workload is going to be relatively similar. They're going to feed Joe Mixon a bit more, and Joe Mixon is definitely a better player than Giovanni Bernard, but it's a tough matchup against the Titans.
Yeah, if Giovanni Bernard is going to be the second back, you're not going to start him.
No.
But you're going to look at his mustache and you're going to fucking love it.
Yeah,
because that's what I do.
No doubt. You're gonna drop him to the waivers and just be like, damn, that was a good ride on the mustache.
Yeah, dude, love me a quick mustache ride.
Yeah. Wow, this episode has taken a strange turn.
Is this football?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
Hey, man, last week you were talking about whittling knives. Where are your ridiculous comparisons?
At 13, we have Melvin Gordon III. Had 17 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown last week, 2 receptions, 12 yards. Definitely saw an uptick in work because Phillip Lindsay went out with his concussion.
So you're okay with people being called the third, But Keelan Cole Sr., like, that's just too much.
I actually meant to bring this up when we were talking about Ronald Jones and Darrell Henderson, because Darrell Henderson Jr. went right before Ronald Jones II. And I was like, how do you what makes you decide? Do you add the second if there's a third? Like, when do you pick to be? And then if you have another, like, I guess maybe Ronald Jones was originally Ronald Jones Jr., and then maybe Ronald Jones had a son, named him Ronald Jones as well. Now he's Ronald Jones III. Now, shit, I lose my junior title because I'm also a senior. But there's a senior, so I can't be a senior, but I can't be a junior either. I guess I'm the second.
If you're Ronald Jones Jr., can you be Ronald Jones II? Could it be Darrell Henderson II? It could.
I guess it could.
It could.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I guess
that sounds better. DH2.
Oh,
that's our new nickname.
What about DH Junior? Not as cool.
Not nearly.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's dealer's choice when it comes to second versus junior.
I guess so.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I guess that's enough about the names.
We're gonna do some real heavy research into this, and we'll hit you with the episode in the off season on second, thirds versus juniors, seniors, juniors. Yeah. I don't know. Melvin Gordon, probably, we don't know if Phillip Lindsay's going to be out there or not. I think his value remains pretty much high. Has a revenge game possibly against the Chargers.
Oh.
So that's kind of nice. They didn't want to pay him because they didn't trust his injury history, I would assume, or his market value he thought was too high. So guess what? He's going to earn that money this weekend. He's going to show the Chargers what they're missing out on.
I love Melvin Gordon. I don't love him for fantasy this year, but he's taken me some championships before.
The upside down visor is a sick look, especially if you have dreads, like you,
yeah,
like you do,
like me.
Yeah,
for sure. Just a white guy with some thick ass dreads, untamed.
Yeah. Now you're canceled, bro.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go into it.
Okay.
We've already overstepped a few lines
dreads?
today. I suppose it's definitely frowned upon. It's cultural appropriation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't live in this world.
Hey man,
I live at home and I watch football a lot.
Yeah. We really hope we are not your political news source.
Yeah, for the love of God,
Don't
no.
come here, man.
At number 12, we have Myles Gaskin taking on the LA Rams. Bit of a tough matchup this week, but damn, Myles Gaskin has looked phenomenal this season, coming off an 18-carry, 91-yard game with 4 catches, 35 yards against the Jets. That was in week 6. They had a nice little bye. But damn, the Dolphins are a nice surprise team. Myles Gaskin is the biggest surprise on the team. But now they're starting Tua Tagovailoa. I hope I'm saying that right.
I don't know.
I think I am.
Tua. Let's just call him Tua.
All right, we'll call him Tua. We'll call him by his first name then.
Yeah.
What is
Mr. Tagovailoa?
Hey, he told me when I was texting him he doesn't like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Get that shit out of your mouth. But I think they'll have to lean on him heavily, though. They're probably going to want to work that kid in real nice and slow.
Yeah.
And they're probably just going to want to run some play action for him because he's a quick boy. Maybe some options. And Myles Gaskin's going to be getting a lot of work. Could be a potential trade target. Maybe watch our trade target video to find out more.
Wow, I'm so curious if he is.
Oh.
At number 11, we have James Conner. I do have some really disappointing news about James Conner, actually. Breaking news about James Conner.
Fuck, do I know about this?
I think once you hear it, you're going to be like, fuck, I cannot believe that. We've just been wrong about him week in and week out. Not spelled with an O-R. It's spelled with an E-R.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
I know. I don't know if we probably have misspelled it every single week. But breaking news, it is with an ER.
You're in charge of the running back, so this is 1,000% on you.
I don't know that for a fact because at one point you wrote down a bunch of running back names. It honestly probably was me. I'll take the blame for that.
Damn, it's an ER. Wow, I thought you were going to tell me something serious, like somebody stole his dog or something.
Damn, somebody killed his dog, and he's back with a vengeance against the Ravens, John Wick style. Never watched the movie. Sorry.
It's a pretty good movie.
I've heard.
Man, Keanu Reeves.
I love him in Point Break. Point Break. I cannot speak today. I
don't even know what you said to me.
Point Break.
Wow.
You ever seen that movie?
No.
Great movie.
It's got Keanu in it. It's probably good.
One of his finest. Also has Patrick Swayze in it.
Yeah.
Great movie. They surf and rob banks. It's dope. It's really sick.
That's what I do.
And they skydive. They skydive at one point in it.
while they're
guns. They have guns. They go surfing. They skydive.
So
There's sex involved at one point.
they skydive into the surfing, into the bank robbery.
Yeah, they skydive onto a board, catch a fat barrel, get straight barreled, pop out, go rob a bank, and fuck. Keanu and Patrick Swayze don't. They have like a girlfriend that they should. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I don't know.
This plot seems stupid.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I don't even know how you would get the wave into the bank.
I don't know. You'd have to time it perfectly. Your helicopter pilot, or I guess plane pilot, I guess either works. They would really have to be watching those waves off in the distance, or maybe have that like Casio watch. I don't know if it's Casio, maybe G-Shock. I don't know. It was filmed in the early 80s, late 80s, mid 80s.
Why is this bank on the beach?
Because it's a beach town.
I guess we'll move on.
Yeah, I don't know. Insurance would be high. You would never have a bank at the beach.
So
close to the beach. I don't think the bank is close to the beach. I don't know. Anyways, 20 carries the past couple of weeks. Another tough matchup. He's kind of matchup proof just because of the amount of work he gets. That's all I have to say about James.
That's it, man.
That's it.
I thought we talked about other stuff for way longer. I think Jonathon Taylor has some stuff to say about that. At number 10, taking on the Lions, he has been a model of consistency on an otherwise inconsistent offense because one old man who is currently also coaching high school football named Phillip Rivers. I think he's coaching in Texas or Florida or something.
What?
Yeah, swear to God. Already has the job.
What?
Doesn't make sense. I think he just hired a bunch of people and he's like, I'm going to go throw some picks. I'll be back, boys.
Damn, yeah, don't worry about us getting to the playoffs.
I'll be back before you know it.
Oh, my God. I think they're in a playoff contention spot, though, so.
Yeah, their team is actually good.
Consider them tanking now.
Coming off a 12-carry, 60-yard game. 4 catches, 55 yards. So just pretty solid numbers for a running back. He didn't find the end zone this week, but I think against Detroit he could definitely do so. But hopefully Phillip's not throwing picks and they can actually get that ball rolling.
I don't trust it that much. But Jonathon Taylor's a good player.
Maybe Jacoby Brissett will come in and
I hope so.
They'll actually make it to the playoffs, deservingly so.
It would just be more fun to watch anyways. I don't like Phillip Rivers. Anyways, at number 9, Josh Jacobs. Last week, 10 carries for 17 yards, 6.1 fantasy points if you happen to play in the same point structure system that we play in. Definitely a disappointing day. The Raiders got smacked around. Sad to see. He was not efficient. The offensive line, however, was missing the entire week of practice and basically activated on Sunday before the game, I want to say.
Whose fault was that? The offensive lines?
Well, the offensive lines. I can't remember what happened, but there was like some COVID stuff involved. So there was definitely some preparation issues there, a bit of uncertainty on who is actually going to be the offensive line that week. But against the Browns, you're hoping he'll bounce back. He's been a bit up and down, and where you drafted him, you're playing him every week. And I mean, the workload isn't. I don't think you have to worry about him only getting 10 touches again. That was kind of a blowout game. He'll be looking to bounce back against the Cleveland Browns. That'll definitely be more of a competitive game. The Raiders are going to come out and try and assert their dominance against them, and they're going to try and do that in the run game.
Absolutely. At number 8, Todd Gurley II, taking on the Panthers.
Whoa.
And boy, I've never been more wrong about someone than Mr. Todd Gurley. Still has arthritis. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But damn, is it not holding him back at all. Ever since they fired that bum-ass Dan Quinn, he's had at least 20 carries a game. Last week he had 2 touchdowns. I think you can see more of this. He's had a couple of catches in each game, each of the past 2 weeks. And I like his matchup against the Panthers on Thursday.
We can't skip over Todd Gurley and the fact that he accidentally scored that second touchdown. Did you watch the game by chance?
I did see that.
The Falcons just
suck.
It was hilarious at first, then it was sad, then it was hilarious again, and now it's just sad again. Like they just find new ways to lose. It doesn't. I mean, it's good. If anything, it's good that they're losing. Because guess what? Matt Ryan is not the answer. You got to get rid of Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice Cold.
Yeah, exactly. Get a new quarterback. Start from scratch. You got Calvin Ridley. Build off of him. Maybe have Julio there just to support a new quarterback.
You got to trade Julio.
Yeah, I suppose you do.
I want to see him on the Niners.
Anyways, it's sad to see how bad the Falcons really are.
Did you see that he has a 13 touchdown incentive in his contract?
Todd Gurley.
Maybe it wasn't on purpose. Maybe it wasn't on accident.
The footage definitely made it look like it was on accident, but
Hey,
I'm not sad about it.
This guy is an Emmy performance.
Yeah, he really sold that one.
from,
Oops, coach. Sorry, my momentum carried me.
Yeah, I tried to jump back.
Yeah,
The
I
Lions
definitely couldn't have just taken a knee.
No, the Lions celebrating was by far the best thing. Like, I've never seen another team just holding their hands in touchdown position like fucking schoolboys.
It's insane, the fact that they lost because they scored. It's so fucking hilarious.
That's football for you.
We're living in a strange world.
It's chess, man.
At 7.
He's playing checkers.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Or Moncala. At number 7, we have Ezekiel Elliot. Do we have any more board game references?
I don't know, but I would fucking wipe the floor with you in Moncala.
Honestly, I've only played Moncala a few times, so
dude,
I believe it.
Man, you boy was in after school.
You nice?
Oh, dude, I was too nice. I was the only kid in after school after 6 p.m. every single day of my life. So I got some practice.
That's so sad.
Maybe I was playing by myself.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the small details, but it's fine.
You can't lose if you never. I don't know.
Challenge me in Moncala. Drop the link in the comments. I'll whoop that ass.
Oh, all right. Challenge accepted by someone. We'll see. At number 7, we have Ezekiel Elliott taking on the Eagles. Man, oh man, are you disappointed if you're Ezekiel Elliott owner?
Man, oh man.
So sad. This team looks like hot garbage. Ezekiel Elliott, 12 carries for 45 yards. 1 reception for 6 yards against a team where they should have won that game, and they did not even come close to winning that game against the Washington football team.
Andy Dalton actually died.
Yeah, it was a dirty shot. But to be honest, if Andy Dalton's in there, how different is the score? I mean, maybe you score a touchdown. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott's day is a little bit better, but
it was rough.
It was definitely a rough hit.
He was there for most of the game, anyways.
Yeah, he was. Was that in the fourth quarter, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott still should see a bunch of volume because he's kind of the one bright spot on the offense other than Amari Cooper. I mean, they have offensive weapons, but Andy Dalton, just when he's playing, you can just tell he doesn't look good. He's missing passes, he's missing easy passes, any sense of pressure, and he's chucking the ball away. I do believe there were some offensive line injuries that I think you might have some some of those players coming back, which will definitely be helpful for Ezekiel Elliott. But with the amount of work he gets each week and the potential just because of his talent and his role on that offense, you're going to have to just stick it out and start him week in and week out. A bit of a tough matchup against the Eagles and some tough matchups plus a bye week coming up. But you don't really have a choice. You either play him or you trade him. Those are your two options at this point. Yeah,
he's still second in the league for targets by running backs at 6.6 behind Alvin Kamara. So it's a tough thing to look at these past 2 weeks. Maybe just hold a little bit more faith. But he doesn't look like he's having fun.
No, he does not.
Ever since he got the feed me touchdown, or the feed me tattoo on his belly.
I'm not familiar with
Not
those.
A good look. He flashes his abs, and it
I hate
says
that shit,
feed
man.
me.
Keep your shirt on, bro.
I thought you liked abs.
I don't know. They make me self-conscious because of how chunky I am.
And you're 5'1".
Yeah.
All right. From Macon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Born and raised. Macon, home of the hush puppy.
What?
Macon. It's where the hush puppy was invented.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, because it's our hometown.
Yeah. So at number 6, we have Mike Davis taking on the Falcons. We don't really know if CMC is going to be back. It is Tuesday, like we mentioned before. He did practice today. Matt Rule said that he has to play have at least one full practice before they'll let him play on Thursday. So something to look out for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And who knows, really. So he's got one more day, but it doesn't look like he will. And if he doesn't, you just got to keep riding the Mike Davis train. He didn't have a great week, but you know he can do it. He's dropped 29.9 before. He's dropped 20s multiple weeks. So keep your head up. And this might be your last week with Mike Davis.
Yeah.
Maybe try and trade him to the CMC owner.
CMC owner's probably not going to take it unless you're offering him for like
close to
nothing.
I mean, he's has no value on your team now. So maybe
So true.
if you get like a T. Higgins, you're
not getting a T. Higgins for
right.
Mike Davis.
If you get like a Rashard Higgins, then you're probably in.
I don't even know, man. Who knows?
Depends on your league.
It does seem unlikely Christian McCaffrey will play. This will definitely be your last week with Mike Davis. Maybe trade him before this week. I mean, if you can. I don't think you can. I don't even know. I highly doubt you can. Just take the points you can get from Mike Davis this week against a pretty good matchup against the Falcons.
Yeah, not a bad hold if CMC goes out again.
True.
You're just back in the same position.
Yeah. Even if hypothetically CMC does play this week, which seems more unlikely than likely, you're probably going to still see Mike Davis involved. They're going to ease Christian McCaffrey. If they play Christian McCaffrey this week, they're going to ease him back in, and I think it would be more of like a split workload as opposed to full-on CMC or full-on Mike Davis.
I think even when CMC is in full swing, Mike Davis will have a small role as the second running back. He's too good to just leave on the bench. He's a good change of pace back, and I don't think they want to run CMC to the ground like they already have been for the past 3 seasons.
Who knows, though? They just might very well do that. It does seem unlikely that they would, though.
Yeah.
At number 5, we have Dalvin Cook. Has a divisional rivalry matchup with the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Dalvin Cook is just an absolute beast. You're starting him every week.
Aaron Rodgers is going to beat that ass, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
At number 3, we have Kareem Hunt taking on the Bears. He's coming off a pretty good performance. I wouldn't say it's his best performance. Touchdown really kind of saved it here. 18 carries, 76 yards, 3 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. The Raiders are going to be a cake matchup, honestly.
Very
that
true.
Defense is rough. Ever since they lost Khalil Mack, they've been crying.
Damn.
My co-host here is still crying right now. I see the tears streaming down his big stomach.
Yeah.
But, Kareem Hunt all day, every day. Nick Chubb's supposed to be back week 10-ish, maybe week 11. But
doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't
you gotta
matter.
roll in the offense with Nick Chubb.
You just keep riding him.
Yeah. At number 3, we have Alvin Kamara, obviously the number
Kamara.
1. Oh, yeah, nice save.
Like Camaro.
Alvin Kamara, rough matchup against the Bears, should not matter. Michael Thomas is still out, so you're going to see him still take on some heavy work in the pass game, especially with Emmanuel Sanders, questionable to return from the COVID list. I think because of the matchup, we have him a bit lower. But any of these top few running backs are kind of interchangeable, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. At number 2, we have Derrick Henry, the human joystick. I don't know. I made that one
up. The human hit stick?
the Madden 20 creative player.
Yeah.
As our commenter, G.
Madden 20 wouldn't let you do it.
You can't create a player in Madden 20?
Well, not like in the good old Maddens where you could just juice up a player. Because now you got to spend money to do it, microtransactions.
I haven't owned a Madden since Madden 09 or something.
Oh, wow. You have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. I mean, I've been whooping your ass every time I come over.
Honestly, not true.
That is 100%
It's
accurate.
not true. We flip-flop back and forth each year. I don't know how many games we played where we didn't even finish it at halftime because I was giving you the business so hard.
That probably happened twice. I'm gonna stay late tonight just so I can whoop that ass.
Don't even get on
I'm going to body you. Derrick Henry, though, had a productive day against the Steelers. One of his worst games at 15.2 points, gasp. But the Bengals, they're trash.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry's going to eat.
Probably get the ball 30 times. At number 1, we have Aaron Jones. Coming back off of an injury, hopefully. It seems likely that he'll be back. I think he's the number 3 running back in fantasy football. He's just a mainstay in your lineup. Taking on a really favorable matchup with the Vikings. The Packers will just lay on the points too. Aaron Jones, number 1 this week. Thanks for checking out this video. If you have any issue with where we put any of these players or who we put on this list, go ahead and let us know in the comments. We can handle the heat, and we will not get out of the kitchen.
Bully us if you'd like. We're ready.
We can handle it. We're tough boys, but we are so desperate for approval. Hence the YouTube channel.
Yeah.